People look at stories through different lenses. I have my own take on some of these trending issues. Hi, I'm Mariah Ramharak and welcome to In Case You Missed It.
Hello, I'm Mariah Ramharak and welcome to a brand new episode of In Case You Missed It on SportsMax and CEEN TV. Today I'm so pleased to be joined in studio by both Kyle Butler and Kaycie Butler. They're both on the management for Phoenix All-Stars Academy, as well as Kyle recently came out of retirement and played his first match since for their Phoenix United in the ongoing Jamaica Premier League. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studios of SportsMax. So good to have both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, so I think ladies will go first, Kyle. So I'm going to start with Kaycie. Kaycie, you're 18 years old,
Yes.
CEO of Phoenix All-Stars. That's a big title to attach to your name. Tell me, how did this all come about?
Well, I've been involved in the management process since I was very young. Even though I've been born into football, it's been around me a lot. I got heavily involved at about 11 years old, I would say, and it's been ongoing from then. And since then, I've just grown and grown to the point where I am now, where I am still growing. But yeah, I look forward to the future in the profession. Recently, we just finished a tour, and yes, it's going good, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, you know, loving football and then managing footballers are two different things. Does it get difficult for you sometimes?
I mean, the most challenging factor I would say is time management, because I am young, I still am in school, I still have aspirations, like I want to pursue law as well on top of everything. So it's sometimes difficult to manage that and maneuver all of that, but I think I manage quite well for my age.
Kyle, your little sister, watching her do this, is it like, how is she when you look at her from that perspective?
It's surreal. I still remember when my mom brought her back from the hospital. so to see her this mature, and you know, you can see the potential that she has and what she will become. So I'm really excited to what she will bring to the game, and not just to the game, but to Jamaica as a country.
And Kaycie, you know, he said to me, I don't know if you were in studios yet, but there's a reason why you're the big boss. He's very, very proud of you. And you know, Kyle, I want her to tell us a bit about her responsibilities so far on the job.
Yeah, her responsibilities is management, you know, administration, you know, ensuring that the players are good, paperwork. She makes the changes on the bench.
What?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Like last year, that was a big thing for me. Like finals, I was running around stressing, like, who for who goes in where, you know?
Yeah. So,
But yeah.
you know, travel with the team. You know, this previous story was just me and her, and she was the head of it. So, you know, to be given that responsibility at 17, and you know, and it was a success. You know, took care of all the boys, went to all the games on time, and yeah.
And Kaycie, when you think about the club and the responsibility that you've been given, where do you see the future of, I'll talk about Mona High School because I saw you involved in the processes there, and then of course Phoenix as a club.
Yeah.
Where do you see the club heading?
Well, I see the club simply continuing in the trajectory it is now. You know, we've just recently acquired Veer and turned it into Veer Phoenix United. I have big aspirations for that. We all do. We're looking forward to the future with all the players. We have great new talents coming up. So I just aim to be prolific and just continue and never stop.
Yeah, and Kyle, for you, recently you made a big decision. I'm so proud of you coming out of retirement. It was so good to see you in your football gears, you know, doing what you love. Tell me a bit about that decision.
Well, you know, it says my dad always told me, when you get your son, your whole life will change. So I got my son, and I was just thinking to myself, you know, one day I'm going to want to push him, and then he's going to say, Dad, you know that you did quit your thing. Why can't I do something else? So definitely for him, playing for him to show him that, you know, never quit, even though that he may take a step back or even a break, can always go again and come at it with full force. So I'm really excited for that. I'm happy that I have the support of the Phoenix family and all the players too.
Yeah. And I'll have to ask Kaycie, were you shocked when he decided to come out of retirement? And how proud are you of your brother? Because I mean, he was going through a phase where he left the sport and everything, and everybody kept saying, Kyle, that you're so good, you're too good to leave the sport. Yeah. You're back now. So Kaycie as his sister, how do you feel seeing him back doing what he loves?
Well, I'll just start by saying I'm not very surprised at all. I know I know how much Kyle has always loved football, no matter what he had ventured into. And I am proud of him. I've always been proud of him, because he's always managed to make something of himself and break bread and do with what he has the best that he can. So I'm glad he's returned to football, honestly, and I'm very proud of him for keeping this journey going and just going strong. Very proud of him as a sister.
Both of y'all are making me miss my siblings. I just want to say that. But is it difficult doing business with your family? I know it must get tough sometimes.
Definitely. For me, it's way easier. Because, yeah,
but what makes it so easy?
Because I think we all have the same ideals and the same customs, the same ambitions, the same hopes for the boys, for what we do, you know, the same drive.
Yeah, and I think get upset with your family.
Yeah, and you're good at getting right tomorrow.
It's much better.
Yeah. So the name, Craig Butler, it's no stranger when we talk about football, we talk about sport in Jamaica. He is the mastermind behind all of this. And when I sit with both of you today, I can see many versions of him and the values that he has imparted on both of you. Kaycie, you're very special to him. That is not a secret at all. How has your dad impacted what you do on a daily basis?
So on a daily basis, I would say my dad plays a heavy role in everything I do. He's sort of like a moral compass and a guide, because say when I'm in certain situations where I have to make certain split decisions, I can use his guidance and his words to say, okay, well, what would dad tell me to do, or what would be the best option in this situation?
Yeah.
So just in everyday life, I apply what he has taught me to just real life and do with that the best as I can, not only in business, but in school, in relationships, in simple interactions. So, yeah.
Yeah, and for you, Kyle, because I know he has been stern on you when you decide to do your own thing, but I think now that you have your own son, you understand where he was coming from.
Yeah, most definitely. It's, where, it's always a bit, when you reach a certain age, it's a bit challenging, because, they have this saying in Jamaica that me a man too, so it was at that point where a lot of things were very confusing to me, and sometimes you need certain, experiences to really open your eyes.
So Kyle, this one is for you. You are now holding the role of manager of Mona High. You're doing assistant coaching. You have different hats that you're wearing. Yeah. But this Mona High school, they're defending champions, which means it comes with pressure because they have to defend that title. Tell me a bit about the team and how do you feel they've started the season?
We started the season, extremely well. We have a lot of our younger players getting a lot of playing time and, still having the quality and the standards. At Mona, what we really worry about is not really the result, but what we try to do, the development of the players, the discipline, the academic side of things too. So we will win in a game 8-0, and you hear us still shouting and we're not satisfied.
What?
So that's the standard that we have at Mona, and just creating a new culture in the school, a new sense of hope, belief, among just everyday students, teachers. So really happy about what we're doing, and it's just going to evolve even more with the younger talents that we have working on. It's going to get better and better. So
yeah, can you tell us a few of the players to watch out for this season?
This season you have the likes of returning Robina Gordon, Denzel McKenzie, Carlton Brown.
Carlton been on fire.
Yeah. Sean Layton been on fire.
Yes.
We have players from St. Kitts, Savvy K. Morton, and also, you know, just enormous. All the boys are just amazing. You know, we can take out our first 11 and have another 11 and still challenge to be Manning Cup champions.
Yeah, and Kaycie, I remember you at the final. You were running out, celebrating. You could see that all the hard work had finally paid off, and you look
Yes.
really relieved celebrating with the team. Can you give me a comment on, one, the quality of the team, and what do you, well, earlier in our pre-conversation you were telling me when I said, well, if they win, you said if, as in you're confident that they're going to win. So talk to me a bit about the quality of this Mona team.
Well, similar and parallel to last year, I still believe that we will take the trophy home again. Once again, not disregarding the other team's talent, but I strongly believe in the quality of Mona, and we've grown even more than last year. You know, we've worked together, we've known each other, we've become more skillful, more tenacious. Everything that we once were last year, I think we've evolved and we've grown from that even more so. So I'm very confident in the team. I hope this year is even better than last year.
Yeah, and what would you say makes this bunch, this team special?
I would say definitely the love we have for each other.
Yeah.
Because they're like brothers to me and I'm like a sister to them. We've all grown up together. And, you know, they all admire each other and push each other to be the best they can.
Yeah.
And with the coaching team, of course, they bring that out of them. They bring the best out of the players, essentially.
Yeah, they look very confident every time they take the field, and you know it's noticeable the way they go about their business. Very, very professional. So it's always good to see. Now, Phoenix, I remember having a conversation with your dad in studio about how this came about and everything. But Kyle, you're now playing for the team.
Yeah.
You had your first game. Not the type of result we expect, but it's early in the season.
Yeah.
So what are the plans now to pick up the pieces and get the team winning?
Yeah, definitely early days. We had a good run of results as well. We won a game and we got a draw. And we're still putting the pieces together. We still have players that aren't registered up to this day.
Okay.
You know, the likes of Damoy, Whitfield, and, you know, others. When all those pieces come together, and, you know, we play the system that we know to play and make it click. It's going to take time for sure, but when things get going, it will be a force to reckon with.
Yeah, it's a new combination. So Kaycie, for you, what would you be pleased with at the end of the JPL season to see Phoenix on the table? So what rank, and I feel like I know what answer you're going to give me, but what would make you feel satisfied, like, you know, mission accomplished? What number?
I'd like to win.
I knew that was coming.
I like to win 100%, but you know, it is the first year. We still have things we may need to work on, you know, growth. But as I said, it's in my aspirations to win. But I would say maybe top 6.
Yeah,
How about
if
that?
we're being realistic.
We're definitely in the playoffs, for sure.
For sure.
For sure,
Well,
we're definitely there.
I'm clipping this fight.
And we're going to do it in
That's
style.
okay. I believe.
All right, well, we're going to
Just like
take...
Mona.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to see, and I wish both of you all the best. So it's now time for my favorite part of today's interview. It's what we call rapid fire time. So I'll ask you a question and you say the first word or phrase that comes to mind. Ready? I feel Kaycie's ready. Are you ready?
Really.
All right, Kaycie, this is for you. Favorite part about being Jamaican?
Food.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you could win one trophy in football, what would it be?
Champions League.
Champions League. Like the Champions
The
League.
Champions.
What? Okay. Kaycie, favorite food?
Ackee saltfish.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
You have to be on TikTok to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite
Really?
musical artist?
Ghana.
What?
Ghana.
I don't know that artist.
Rap.
Popular right now.
Okay, I need to check that out. What song are you currently listening to?
I'd say One of One by Ghana.
Okay, wow, so you're listening to the same thing. I need to check that out. All right, for you, Kyle, the toughest team that you've ever faced?
A lot of tough teams. You know. I would say Augsburg,
Yeah?
yeah, in Germany.
Wow. Night in or night out?
19.
One piece of advice, Kyle, that you'd give your son.
Never give up on your dreams.
Yeah, well, that's been fun. I didn't get any silly answers. I live for the silly answers.
Yeah.
All right, so let's head across now to social media to see what people have been saying. So this one is from Mikhail Bryce. Oh, so these comments, I just want to add that this interview was done 2 months ago on SportsMax.tv. It was entitled New Dawn for Vare Phoenix United, right? And people decided to comment, as they usually do. So Michael Bryce says, to combine these two coaches is the best thing that will happen to this Vare Phoenix United. And I've been saying for a while, these two coaches should get their chance to coach JFF. And I hope this will happen in the future. What do you say to that, Kyle? The people wants your dad and the coach of Phoenix to join hands and coach the JFF.
Well, most definitely. I have the two most winningest coach probably in history of the country. You know, Lenny Hyde is, you know,
Top man.
top coach. And, you know, Dad, you know, speaks for himself, you know, so.
Yeah, we have another comment that said a fire sign. And then, so team, of course, you know, it has been a pleasure having both of you. I want to thank you for taking the time, Kaycie and Kyle, stopping by on In Case You Missed It. And I wish you the best for this season.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, best of luck in JPL, Kyle. Hoping to see your name on the goal sheet.
Definitely, a lot of goals, a lot of assists.
course.
But
Yeah.
it's a building process, you know.
All right, well, folks, that's a wrap for today's episode of In Case You Missed It. Be sure to like, share, and comment, and let me know which teams you're supporting for this season's Jamaica Premier League and schoolboy football. Goodbye for now.